Hey, good morning to you. It's Daybreak here, iFiber One News Radio. Jeff Slakey, Vicky Steele. Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning, Jeff.
We got more great guests here as well. It's Wednesday, and we check in with the Adventures of Dale and Jerry. And good morning, gang. How y'all doing?
We're doing swell, Jeff. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. I added a microphone, and I don't remember where the slider was.
Okay. Am I?
You're good.
No,
you're fine.
I can hear.
Everybody's turned on.
Well.
Okay.
Wait, what? How you guys doing?
Is this a family show?
Is this the first show of the new year?
This could be considered the first one of the new year. I think. I don't know. I can't remember.
We teased it just before the break, but Seahawks have fired offensive coordinator Darrell Bevell after 7 seasons, a source confirming to ESPN.
Yes.
You happy with this?
Yes.
Or not happy?
Well, I'm never happy when a person gets fired on a personal note, but it's something I think 2 years overdue.
2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I kind of, so I'm not surprised. My gut tells me that they're not done. That Tom Cable could probably roll his head down the road as well.
So
I think.
And
this is just me speculating.
the O-line coach.
Yeah, but he's
right?
the assistant coach, head coach too.
Oh.
So but the offensive line woes have been well documented the last few years, and they just can't get a handle on that. And they've got first round picks out there in the field, and they don't know how to play football, and so it goes to the coaching. Mm-hmm. And so I think just whether he's been on the right track or not, you got to change that. You just got to change it.
9-7, missing the playoffs for the first time since 2011. Seattle was 15th in total offense and 11th in scoring.
Yeah.
And
which is better than I even thought they were, to be honest with you.
Right. And Russell Wilson was the leading runner.
The leading run. Yeah. What is that about?
Wow.
Oh, there's some amazing statistics. There's 29 games in a row. I don't know how many seasons that is. 2.5. Yeah. That's the Seattle Seahawks have not scored on the opening drive a touchdown now.
Wow.
And counting.
You got to do those are the kind of things you do. We talk a lot about. We just had a conversation with Public Works, and go with me on this one. But preemptive maintenance helps maintain, so you get the first score in there. And you kind of are able to take a breath
and play some football, and we got a little bit of a cushion
instead of making it a job.
So pretty crazy, and I think there's there'll be a lot of changes at the Seahawks headquarters this off season. But they have to
start buying jerseys now.
I wouldn't.
Because you don't know if they're going to be on the team.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's very good. That's a very good point.
Of course, then it could be a collector's item. A bad collector's item, but what the heck?
Yeah, I have my Michael Bennett jersey that I won this past season.
Have you even worn it?
No, it's still in the bag.
It's autographed, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Pull it out.
So did you see that, speaking of Michael Bennett, do you see that he's going to be on the front of the New Yorker magazine? Artist rendition of Kaepernick and him and Martin Luther King taking a knee.
What magazine?
Yeah.
New York magazine?
New Yorker.
New Yorker.
Oh, the New Yorker?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that came out yesterday. Unfortunately, I don't subscribe to the New Yorker, so I probably won't have that item. But
that seems.
Well, it is a big news thing that happened, So
It is.
Whether you like it or not, but
But okay, we won't go into that because it's all about if you're doing football, do football. If you're doing politics or
protests.
I agree. I think there's a time and place for things, And me being a 49ers fan,
has she met Moody yet?
She hasn't met the Chief yet.
Well, her and the Chief can
huddle.
I
told her they'll be best friends.
Oh, yeah.
Alabama, Georgia, big game this week and exciting.
It was.
Once again, a reason why it's awesome to watch sports on the West Coast.
Yeah.
It went well past midnight.
Can you imagine? Yeah, those poor fans back there. Everything starts late there. I'd never make it. I wouldn't be a...
But dedicated, were they? Just staying in there, hanging in there.
Yeah.
Exciting.
No, it was a pretty good game. I mean, it was a game of two halves, certainly.
When did the quarterback for Alabama get injured and the freshman have to come in? Was that
he didn't get injured?
They just jerked him at halftime. Yeah, because he wasn't hitting any of his passes.
Oh, I thought he.
Yeah.
Now he's only a sophomore. He's 25-2 or something like that.
No, he's a freshman.
The first quarterback was.
No, they were both freshmen.
No.
Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Regardless, 2 freshmen ended the game.
2 freshmen were on each team. Well, freshmen on each team were quarterbacking the championship.
SEC is going to be stout for a couple years.
Oh, I know it. I know it. Well, this is and of course the SEC's been in 3 of the last 4. They're talking about expanding to 8 teams. That's probably enough on that topic. But yeah, for
the playoffs.
Yeah, for the playoffs. Yeah, and they may pull the trigger as soon as next year if they can work the schedule. Huh? Well, everybody wants an expansion. More teams want to be involved, and so basically either your conference playoffs will get you into the big playoff, or some of these bowl games would be more than happy to be part of the feeder system for that. So that's that. And Polar Bear Plunge, Jeff, is coming right around the corner. A lot of signs in Union advertising your plunge into the canal.
My plunge?
And Vicky's inaugural
splashdown.
That's part of the deal.
It's an
Vicky.
initiation. Huh?
Yes, that is part of the...
Welcome to Shelton.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, I'm going to take Caleb with us.
Caleb's got to jump too. Absolutely. That young guy's got to be in the water.
Right.
Yeah, that's right, Caleb. We'll get
you got to be the role model for the rest of the students. We could have a student plunge, you know.
Oh, I like that idea.
I'll tell you what, it is a lot of fun. It's
How about a
great.
student plunge into that high school pool?
The high school pool is a toasty 7
Is
minutes.
it?
No.
Oh, it's heated. Okay.
That's nothing.
Okay, I'll do that.
You kids these days.
Yeah,
Want
geez.
warm water to jump into.
Come
We're so
on.
spoiled.
Jeez. No, they're always
Nothing
a
like
lot of
cracking
fun.
the ice in the canal when you go in. We jumped into slush.
That was the cold one.
That was the cold one.
Oh,
Almost
no.
like ice fishing.
Yeah, so, but that's coming up just the Saturday before the Super Bowl, so a couple, 3 weeks away.
Yeah, not too far.
Yeah.
And so we'll get involved with that. And there's a bunch of those. People love doing those around this time of year.
Out at Alderbrook. And
People love watching it.
People love to watch too. I'll try to make sure my battery on my phone is charged fully this year. Last year I got halfway out the dock and the battery died.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, guys, here we go. Facebook Live.
Oh, no.
Here we go. I'm gonna jump in. You're jumping in with me, and then the screen goes blank.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, never mind.
Some people were worried that maybe you slipped and fell, and what happened?
Oh, no, what happened to Jeff?
Yeah. We never saw him again.
What started out as a comedy ends up as a mystery.
Tragedy.
So,
Jerry, I want to thank you for stepping up and finding these officials and elected officials and department heads. Obviously, we had a couple just a little bit ago and more coming up. But people have been pretty responsive and important to get the word out on what's happening around the county budget.
Yeah, and I will continue to pursue that. I'll be follow up with emails or phone calls to reach out to those who haven't confirmed yet. We have 2 of the commissioners that have.
Yep.
Randy Netherland, we're still looking for you to.
So yeah, we were on last week's end.
Yeah.
Come on, Randy.
Yeah.
So come on, Randy.
Calling Randy out on the air.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Randy.
And then there's a couple of the electeds that haven't responded, and I know that their departments have been affected, and they have done a press release as far as what the reduction in service or hours, but we'd also like to hear from them. And
I can only choose which emails to answer.
well,
I guess the shortened service days.
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, there you go.
Yes,
There you
that's
go.
true.
And then some of them are up for election, and so along with that, we can find out their intentions if they're running again. And then we have a new one that we haven't. Sharon Fogo. Has Sharon been on? She's a county clerk. She's a new county clerk. So anyway, I'll reach out to them, especially with Sharon. There's as Jerry Health did this morning. There's multiple purposes that they can use the time for, and that's to introduce themselves to new people. And the community always enjoys that. Leastwise, that's the feedback I get.
After hours for the North Mason coming up, Union Country Store. It's a good one.
That's tomorrow night, yeah.
Chamber Gala's coming up as well. So
Yeah, so now the Shelton Mason County Chamber is this weekend,
Friday night.
Right.
and that's huge out at Little Creek.
Yep.
And then February 24th is going to be the North Mason Chamber Gala out at Alderbrook Resort.
Busy day.
Yeah.
Cool.
And also, Jeff, before we get out of here, too, I want to touch on, the recent activity of the surveyors on the highway.
Yeah.
And you start to see some activity because we remember the first step in getting anything really going for the Hall Industries or Shelton Springs or whatever they call it. Shelton Hills. There we go. We got too many Shelton things. Anyway, is that the survey and the highway alterations for the exits and entrance into that area.
Do you see surveyors? You think
yes.
that some stuff may be down the
Some
pipe?
things are bubbling. We hit another rumor, which we were talking about. Was that off the air?
Yeah,
What was that?
We were not
Okay.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah. It is. It is for me, I can tell you that. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I think I'm on the air. So
Headphones and everything.
it's true. I wear those to bed every night. So,
Yeah.
But there was a rumor had it that the PUD and Hall Equities have reached an agreement on a substation for
Wouldn't that be exciting?
the
Shelton
whole
Hills.
Shelton Hills. So that would be exciting. That's another step forward. So we got to get confirmation from the parties there on that. That was just something I heard yesterday.
But still, that's kind of
That's why we're here, just to spread rumors.
Right. Yeah, we do that well. And when you have Dawn on or your real estate show, you might want to ask, and maybe they've been talking about the amount of revenue or not inventory they have available, because the other thing, I had lunch with Karen Hur yesterday and we were chatting, and she said that she had gone by one of the real estate offices and that's usually plastered with houses for sale and whatnot, sheets on them, and there were only 7.
Yeah, there's hardly any places. I know Vicky's been trying hard to find a place in town, or at least in the greater Shelton area, to
Right.
find a place to live. And
Yeah,
there's
it's been
nothing.
difficult. No, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing over 700 square feet.
Yeah, that's not gonna,
It's a big place.
Yeah.
7.
Good stuff. Anything
Yeah.
else going on?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, we're going to go home and have a discussion about those quarterbacks.
I looked it up.
Figure it out.
Oh, here we got the.
Sophomore.
Ooh, the guy in the second half?
No, the guy in the first half that started the game.
Jalen Hurts.
That's
was
right.
the-
Yeah, Jalen Hurst, and he is 25-2 and gets pulled at halftime because he's not hitting his passes.
Yeah.
And that young kid from Hawaii was a freshman, true freshman, as
Okay.
was the starting quarterback
Okay,
on
there
Georgia.
you go.
There
That's the one who won the game for the Alabama was a freshman.
There you go.
Yes.
So are we both right?
Today,
Have you-
we all can
Today we're all right.
We're all winners.
We're
Have you
all
decided-
winners. We all
Trophy.
participated.
I don't like this counseling stuff.
Although Caleb didn't have a microphone, so I don't know how much of a.
He gets he gets the participation, sort of.
The heckler award.
All right, y'all. Well, it was good to see you, and
Yes.
have fun doing whatever.
We will absolutely talk to everybody next week.
And I'm sure they're looking forward to
Take a
it.
break. We'll be back after this.